Hey guys, welcome to the Oboe Files YouTube channel, your free resource for oboe pedagogy and music education. Today, we're going to be talking about triple compound meter and downward slurs with Barret progressive melody number 8. If you play the oboe or know someone who plays the oboe or just like music education, don't forget to subscribe. Alright, let's get over to the etude. Hello, Oboe Files! Thank you so much for watching. This is the walkthrough for Barret Progressive Melody number 8. Before we get into the etude, we're going to have this week's subscriber shout-out! Woo! Subscriber shout-out! This week's subscriber shout-out is for Kaleb Zhu, who is a young oboe player in Kansas, and he's got a couple cool oboe recordings on his channel as well, so I'll link to that in the description. And thank you so much for your support, Kaleb. I hope you have happy oboeing. If you want the next subscriber shoutout to be about your YouTube channel, leave a comment below on any of the videos. I just like to read them, and I'll just randomly choose someone to give a subscriber shoutout. So don't forget to subscribe and comment on any of the videos. Okay, now let's get into the etude. So, as I said in the intro, Barret number 8 is all about the downward slurs and keeping the compound triple time. Unlike a lot of the etudes in the early part of the book, it's really important to keep the feel in a big 3s. So you want to be feeling 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, underneath the whole etude. Now there are parts where you might want to kind of expand on the meter or compress it to catch up, especially during the ritardandos at the end, but just be aware of the kind of macro meter around you. Okay. So that brings us into the issue of the grace notes, which you'll find in measures, I think it's 9 and 16. So you want to make sure that these grace notes are actually on the beat. I know it's a little bit unclear in the Bose and Hawks edition, and I think even in the Martin Schering edition, both of them are behind me. I'm going to do a review of them, a comparison of them later. They're not really clear on the indication, but I think they sound best when they're on the beat. You want to make sure that the grace notes always sound natural and they don't interrupt the line. However, later in the etude, there are places where the grace notes need to come just before the beat. For example, measure 16 and 17, you want to make sure that the rhythm is bum bum ba da 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 ba. And then later in measure 20, you have the grace note that's actually in the middle of the big beat. So make sure that you have bum 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 ba dum bum bum. Bum 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 ba-da-dum bum. And just make sure that that feel isn't interrupted by the grace note. A great way to practice this is by playing the line without the grace notes and then adding them back in and making sure you don't get all cattywampus with it. Another issue with this etude is downward slurs, especially measures, I think it's 9 and 11. you want to make sure that you're able to get to the downward slur note, especially when it's like an octave, because that's really obvious to the ear, without getting so much of a gliss between the notes. And the way to do that is to prepare for the note before it actually happens. So you might need to come out a little bit on the reed, like maybe a fraction of a millimeter just out of your mouth to get to that downward register. Now you'll know if you do too much because you'll hear a lot of glissando between the notes. So use your ear and kind of practice to get as little of that as possible in the shift. If you need help learning how to control the reed to gain more flexibility in your playing, I actually have a video where Dr. Parker from UT shows us an exercise on how to get better flexibility with your embouchure on the reed, and I'll link to that above here and in the description below. Okay, the last issue are the two ritordandos at the end of this etude. And I think it's like measure 35 and measure 37. It's very close to the end. But you'll have a ritardando, and then you'll have another ritardando. It's very important that you have an a tempo written in between there. And I think it might be in the Martin Schwing edition, but it is not written in the Bosey and Hawks edition. So if you have that one for free, the PDF online, or if you bought like the big old yellow book, you need to make sure that you add in the a tempo so that you're not just kind of aimlessly doing a slowdown all the way to the end for like 4 bars or whatever. And you can listen to the example for how to do that. Thank you so much for watching this Barret etude tutorial. If you find use from these videos or just like kind of watching oboe videos, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with any oboe colleagues, teachers, or friends you might have. And you can always find more resources on www.oboefiles.com. When in doubt, play beautifully.